welcome to the Apple Talks. I'm Pulkit and today we are going to be talking about how to use auto layout into your project. So now let me give you the brief detail regarding auto layout. So did you ever face a scenario where your label is not aligned properly in your phone, or it is working fine in your iPhone but it's not showing properly on the iPad? Or if you are supporting the multiple rotation like landscape and the portrait, then the rendering of label is not proper. Then the answer is auto layout. Now let me take you to the Apple developer portal where Apple has clearly stated why do we need auto layout. So let's jump to that quickly. So here we are. This is the basic concept. I think everybody knows, but still I'm gonna give you the very detailed brief highlight of that. So AutoLayout dynamically calculates the size and position of all views in your hierarchy. This is the main important statement. The other is just an explanation. So let's take example of iPhone. Let's say your iPhone is having 320 by 480 width and height, and you have iPad 1024 by 768. Then whatever pixel you're gonna be required to render the object, AutoLayout will dynamically calculate the placement of those pixels. So let's say in your iPhone it is 10x and 10y, but in your iPad it could be 20x or 20y. By x and y, I means the x origins and the y origins. So let's go to the more details. So let's say if he wants to do any external changes, like user wants to resize the window, or if you wants to use the split view controller on the iPad, if you want to support multiple rotation, if you wants to give any active call audio recording bar appears and disappears into iOS, or if you wants to support the size classes. Earlier it was known as the size classes, but now we can say the traits, and it is just another example of the same. Like if you want to have different screen sizes, you can use the auto layout. So let's go to the Xcode first. So I'm sure everybody has seen first of my video where I have clearly stated how to set up Xcode and build your first Hello World application. If you have not gone to that, I recommend you to view that video first and then come back to here. So let's open the Xcode. Sometimes it takes too much time, sometimes it's pretty quick. So Xcode is open. Now let's go select Xcode, go to file, new project. We're gonna go with the iOS and app. The product name could be the layout. I can say underscore part underscore one. Because this is the first part of the auto layout, I'll be again creating more videos onto the advanced and the intermediate part of the auto layout. These are all things I'm gonna skip it now because this is already covered in my previous video. So now the project has built up. Now let's directly go to the view controller. This is my view controller. View controller means the main class of your project when control will be given to you. So let's go to the main first. Let's not waste any time and directly jump into the auto layout. So, hey there. Oops. Okay, hey there from the Apple Talks. Now let's run this to the iPhone 13 Pro. Basically this is building and now my simulator will pop up at any moment. It is. Hey man, come on. You are taking larger than expected. Something went wrong, I think. Let me rerun. Okay, so here we are. Now you can see the label is not center aligned. It seems to be in center, but I think it is not. So let me just show you how to add. What you need to do, you need to select the label, then double click and scroll to the parent. Now you will have all the options where you can give the trailing, top, leading and bottom. Let me tell you what does this terminology means. Trailing means right, top means the top, leading means left, bottom means the bottom. So left, top, right, top, left and bottom. But we are gonna go with the center point now. So there is two more options, center horizontally and center vertically. So let's talk about these two for now. Let me give this center horizontally and center vertically. And then you can see the warning here. It says that the center constraint has been applied completely, but the frame needs to be updated. So you just need to tap on this, update frames and fix misplacement. It's done now. Now let's run it. You can see it's on the center. Now let me see if my project supports multiple orientation. No. Let me add device orientation of the all. You can see now I'm about to move my screen. Wow, you can see I have just rotated my phone and label is still down to the center. I'm again doing the same, and again it's still into the center. So the first means the concept is working fine. Now let's just add one more button here, or I think let's take a view. It will be more helpful. Now I want this view to be onto the top left each time. No matter what happens, it should be onto the top left. So I have given the two constraints, top and the left. I'm again doing the same to showcase you how I did it. First select the view. Now go to the bottom here. You can see this window. This is option to add a new constraint. First make sure to remove this because we don't want to add a constraint with the margins. Now you can select the view or the parent. This is the same view, so we are gonna say the safe area. Then 10. And here also from the safe area, I'll set 10. Let's add some background color. Okay, so I have added the left and the top, but still it is showing us the error. So let's see what we have. It is saying that the width and height is missing. So while you are doing any development and you are into the middle of adding constraint, you need to make sure you are giving all the constraint. Either you need to give left, right, top and bottom, or either you need to give a height, width and center, or height, width and left and right, because according to that OS can only calculate the component placement. So first let's give it, I think let's stick with 150 so we can have the square box. Cool. Now let me just run that. Wow, you can see the view has very nicely sit to the left and top. Now let us rotate it. You can see it while rotating the device, the view is automatically adjusting its placement. So that's what auto layout does. Now let's try to make it more complex in terms of let's have more containers and see how does it looks. I'm gonna add this 10 from here, 10 from left and 10 from the bottom. It's 150 height width. Oh, we have added wrong constant, I think. Hold on, let's remove the top. We should be adding a bottom, not a top. I think my mistake. I'm really sorry, guys. Okay, we have added the bottom. Now let's see the result. Okay, so we can see the view on the top, view on the bottom, and the label on the center. Now let's add two more components to the right side. So you can also copy paste this. If you can copy and paste this, then you can see it has already copy pasted the width and the height constraint. So, but you still need to apply the remaining constraints. Let's see. So now all the UI components are completely in proper placement. Now let's see how it does it look onto the iPad. I'm gonna use the maximum size iPad here. So in iPad family, a 12.9 inch is a iPad containing highest resolution. Also, that is the top rated member of the iPad Pro series. Wow, it has a massive resolution, so it has the massive gaps. This looks pretty fine, but we can still do it. So now the point comes. The view is fine, 150 into 150 for iPhone, but not for the iPad. What if I want to increase the constraint for only iPad without affecting the iPhone? That is possible. Let's go to this one. Let's go to height, and this is the constraint. Now you can see the plus icon on the left of the constraint. You need to tap on it and you can see if you want to add a new variation to the constraint. Now basically you can go over there and select the regular and regular. Let me tell you, the regular and regular is a variation that is supported by only iPad. So if you can do that, you can see the new constraint variation is added. Now I'm gonna say 300 for this. We did for the width of this. Now let us do that for the height. Tap here, regular. It lost the focus, but that is fine. Now let's see how it looks. You can see the result is enchanting. Now let's apply same for all. Auto width, variation. This is bug into the Xcode. Whenever you add a variation, the focus is already lost. It should not be happening. But I guess bugs are everywhere into the wall. Haha. You can also select constraint from here. This time it did not lose the focus. I don't know what's wrong with Xcode 13. Okay. You can see that now. Now that this corner view looks fine, but the label does not look too much good. So let's go to the label. Let's go to the font property. Let us add variation to the font also. And I'm gonna say 30 for the iPad. Make it medium. Okay, I need to resize the font size again. Okay. Now it should change the font size. Wow. Now let's see the difference. This is our previous implementation and this is the new implementation. You can see how UI is rendered properly or you can say almost perfect to the iPhone and the iPads. Now I'm gonna show you one more thing. Every time you are changing the constraint, you want to see how it looks on the iPad or iPhone, you don't need to go and run actually. You can do that from here. So select from here, like this is iPhone 11. I'm gonna see how it looks on iPhone 13. The UI has been changed. I'm gonna see the iPad. I'm gonna say I want to see iPad 12.19. Just zoom out and you have the result. So this is the traits, or you can say the UI traits. On earlier it was famous or widely known as size classes, but nowadays we are calling it the traits. So now I think we are almost done. So guys, this is how you can use auto layout to your project. If you want to create any forms, if you want to create any layouts, if you want to create any UI component that could be rendered differently on different devices or differently on different screens, or it could be anything. I'm just giving you the best example possible as coming in my mind right now, but the auto layout is very important for the developers. So guys, if you like the video, please do subscribe, share and comment. Thank you so much. I'll be creating another video on auto layout part 2 for the auto layout priorities and some of the advanced topic onto the auto layout. Thank you so much.